Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos announces the BBM Sara tandem for 2022. It is now official. Meantime, Malacañang refutes claims that President Rodrigo Duterte is running for the Senate to avoid the ICC probe. And after the arrest of two Pharmally executives in Davao, what's next for the Senate probe? Senator Risa Hontiveros joins us live. Presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos says his tandem with Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte for 2022 is now official. The presidential daughter revealed on Tuesday that she sought the support of political parties for her tandem with the late dictator's son. The developments come after Senator Bongo also publicly declared that he wants the presidential daughter to be his running mate. Mayor Sara and Go both availed the substitution process in the filing of their candidacy. Some lawmakers say it's high time to amend the election code. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Senator Risa Hontiveros. Senator Risa, welcome to the source. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Salamat din po sa pag-imbita. Thank you.
Let's start with this. So a lot of people were really looking at what was going to happen until November 15, the last day for the substitution for parties and those running in the 2022 elections. Seeing what has happened so far, what do you think of the those running? What is your assessment with regards to the last minute changes that happened?
Well, it was really an unfortunate spectacle, Pinky, no? Talagang ilang mga araw pinaikot-ikot tayong mga Pilipino. At least as of midnight of Monday, pwede nang mag-focus ulit tayong mga mamamayan at botante sa making a decision in May that will really move us towards a new and better normal. Kaya dapat talaga ma-review yung substitution provision ng ating Omnibus Election Code kasi moving forward, hindi na dapat na merong ganyang mga spectacle such as we have seen in the past several days before Monday.
So for you, in the event that you win again another term at the Senate, gusto niyo pong tutukan ito na amyendahan na that or even end this substitution process?
In fact, ngayon pa lang, Pinky, some colleagues of mine in the Senate from the majority filed a bill to review and amend that substitution provision. At palagay ko, kung maipasa yan, that could only be for the better of our electoral and political system. At kapag yan ay naamyendahan, ay kailangan sumunod kami. I hope it would lead to a heavier weight for the involuntary substitution rather than for the voluntary. Dahil kapag ganun, talagang mas mapapasa kamay ng COMELEC bilang magpapatakbo ng ating mga eleksyon, yung ganyang papayagan lamang ng mga substitution, no?
Yeah, so
dahil sa wag naman sana kamatayan or physical incapacity.
Yeah, so you're talking about, Senator, no? Kasi dalawa po yan. Merong voluntary substitution which was allowed until November 15. And of course, nandun po yung involuntary substitution na sakaling may mamatay po yung kandidato or ma-disqualify. But I wanted to follow up on that. Dahil doon sa involuntary substitution, unfortunately, if somebody dies, ang pwede lang pumalit ay yung kanyang kaapelido. Do you think there needs to be some amendment there as well?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we would be studying if I become a member of the next Congress. Yun yung pag-aaralan nung 19th Congress ng ating Republika. Kapag hindi pa naipasa yung bill na iyon ngayon sa 18th Congress at ni-refile ng mga authors o mga bagong authors, yan ang kailangan talagang tignan para nga hindi na maulit yung pinapaikot-ikot nga tayo nitong nakaraang mga araw para mas ma-internalize sa ating mga Pilipino at ma-institutionalize sa ating mga electoral at political processes yung higit na pagrespeto, no, at pagsiseryoso sa ating buong eleksyon.
All right. So let's talk about the changes that happened. And it was yesterday that na-formalize or sabihin na nating na-cement ito pong BBM and Mayor Sara Duterte tandem. Quite frankly, Senator Risa, gaano ho ba? Kasi kung pagbabatayan po natin ng surveys recently, it seems malakas po itong tandem ng BBM and Sara Duterte.
Malakas talaga, Pinky. Kung sabi nyo nga na-cement, matigas talaga. Pwedeng juggernaut ito. Kaya at least klaro na ngayon what we are up against in May of next year. So it's on us na ngayon, hindi lang sa oposisyon pero sa lahat ng non-administration at higit sa lahat, no, sa huling sandali sa ating mga kababayan at botante na magdesisyon sa pamamagitan ng ating mga boto kung ano ba ang gusto natin, no? Continuity ba, pagpapatuloy ng nakita nating mismanagement ng COVID response, mismanagement ng recession response, yung pagtaksil, no, sa ating pambansang soberanya lalo na sa karagatan, yung hindi pagrespeto sa karapatang pantao, di pagrespeto sa kababaihan, di pagrespeto sa demokrasya. Ganun ba ang gusto nating ipagpatuloy o gusto ba natin ng ibang klase naman na at mas mabuting klaseng paggogobyerno? But you know, I'll see them, we'll all see them out there in the field. Sa huli, the elections will indeed be about the decision of the Filipino people and voters. Nananalig ako, Pinky, na makikinig sila sa gusto kong at gusto naming lahat na sabihin. So, good luck to them. But of course, all the more good luck to us.
Opo, good luck to them but all the more good luck to us. Yun po sinabi nyo. Kasi pag isipin po natin, again, no, balikan natin, ang nagtatap talaga ng survey is BBM and Mayor Sara Duterte. There was a recent survey by, I believe, the SWS. This was the commissioned one, kung saan naman nanguna si BBM at pumangalawa si Vice President Leni Robredo.
Yes.
However, that was a big gap between BBM and Vice President Leni Robredo. So let's put that into context na sanabi nyo, it's really up to the voters. It's really up to the electorate at the end of the day. Pero kung yung non-administration na tinatawag nyo, kasi yung iba ho ayaw nilang tawagin nilang opposition sila, yung non-administration na lang po. Kung hindi ho kasi talaga magsama-sama yan, maghihiwalay-hiwalay ho talaga yung boto ng mga tinatawag na non-administration. How important is it that at some point, mag-usap-usap po uli yung mga non-administration at posibleng magsama?
I think very important. Potentially even essential, Pinky. Kaya nga, gaya ng naikwento ko sa inyo dati, 2 taon kong kinakausap ang ilang mga presidentiables mula noong 2019 sa posibilidad ng ideyang United Front. And I'm really so glad na marami-rami sa kanila ay nag-usap sa isa't isa, one-on-one, initiated by VP Leni and several of them bago pumatak yung deadline para sa filing ng certificates of candidacy. And I think dahil kita naman ng lahat what we are up against, no? On the administration side, well, for one, Pinky, magbabantay talaga ako para sa mga posibilidad pa rin ng some form of united front sa pagitan ng oposisyon at lahat ng non-administration candidates kahit hanggang umabot pa tayo sa campaign period.
Opo. Ang lumalabas ho kasi dyan, you've been in politics for quite a while, Senator Risa. Kapag ang politiko ho kasi tumatakbo, umiikot po sila. They receive such a warm welcome. Many
Yes.
really of the aspirants think and believe, and their assessment is malakas po sila, hindi ho ba?
Tama.
But ang hirap po kasi doon, pag dumating yung pagkakataon na kailangan mag-unite, sino sa kanila ang papayag na mag-slide, di ba? O papayag na mag-withdraw or sumanib na hindi po siya ang magiging presidential candidate. That will be such a big problem among the non-administration candidates under the pretext nga that they believe malakas sila. Sila yung malakas na kandidato.
Well, I hope it won't become a big problem. Certainly, Pinky, magiging posibleng malaking hamon iyan. Just based on human nature at saka yung natural na buwelo sa isang election campaign, lalo na isang general, isang presidential election campaign. Pero humuhugot ako ng pag-asa dito pa rin sa ideya ng United Front dahil nga nag-usap ang marami-rami sa kanila one-on-one in search of a possible United Front formula. Umaasa ako na kahit magko-compete sila sa parating na kampanya ay mananatiling mutually respectful at issue-based yung pagkampanya. Certainly sa panig namin na kita nyo naman sa unang buwan mula nung nag-anunsyo sina VP Lenny at Sen Kiko, ganon ang tono na stinrike. And ako nananalig sa mga, certainly sa opposition at sa mga ibang non-administration candidates na topmost, even higher than the human nature at saka yung electoral buwelo or trajectories ay top of mind pa rin ng lahat namin na i-discontinue yung kasalukuyang Dutertismo at maglunsad ng isang iba at mas mabuting paggogobyerno sa bagong administrasyon.
Just one last issue on this topic that we're talking about. Naalala ko po kasi, Senator Risa, yung naging formula ni Senator Ping Lacson nung nag-uusap pa po yung non-administration. Hindi ho ba, if I remember correctly, it just comes to mind now no, na at some point, mag-usap-usap muli sila kung sino yung pinakamataas sa survey, siya ang magpatuloy na tumakbo at magwi-withdraw na lang yung iba. Let me ask you frankly, is that unification formula something that you will support, knowing that these are the candidates that are running for the 2022 elections for the presidential and vice presidential post?
I actually supported that idea of Senping, Pinky, nung una nilang inihain, in particular kay VP Lenny. Kaya na-appreciate ko na kasabay nung paglatag ni VP Lenny ng basic tenet na maging principle-based ang anumang pagkakaisa nila sa opposition and non-administration. Yung ganyang effort ni Senping na mag-propose ng isang ganyang klaseng formula. And I suppose na yung ganyang pag-articulate nila ng dapat principle-based ang anumang unity, may posibleng mga formula, kahit hindi pa yan nabuo in time for the filing of certificates of candidacy. Certainly, Pinky, I'll keep my eye out, my ear to the ground sa anumang posibilidad ng United Front moving forward sa ganyang klaseng formula o iba pa na principle-based sa pagitan ng mga presidentiables at kanilang mga slates kasama namin. I think yung super high stake sa May 2022 demand that kind of openness and creativity and principled stand from all of us.
So let me ask you, just to clarify, because you supported that unification formula of Senator Ping. In the event, Senator Risa, na malapit-lapit na po yung eleksyon at hindi po si Vice President Leni Robredo ang number 2, sabihin po natin, hindi po siya yung pinakamataas sa mga non-administration candidates. Are you saying that you will support a possible withdrawal Vice President Leni Robredo para po doon sa kandidato na mas mataas sa kanya? And I'm not talking about, obviously, former Senator Bongbong Marcos.
Well, I supported that idea bago pa nagdesisyon at anunsyo at file si VP Lenny. And ngayon nakikita natin kung papaano bumibuelo, nagkakaroon talaga ng momentum yung kanyang candidacy. And at the same time, I fully trust hindi lang sa leadership niya, pero yung talagang earnest, no, sinserong paghanap ng pinakamalawak na unity possible sa lahat ng non-administration papuntang May 2022. So kung anumang formula ang lumabas palapit sa May para sa mas malawak na pagkakaisang iyon, I trust that VP Lenny would remain open to it and hopefully help explore and expand support for it even within our own ranks. So
And
that's what I would that's what I project at what I would support.
so from President to Senator Duterte, we'll ask Senator Risa Hontiveros her thoughts on that. And of course, the continuation of the Senate probe after the Dargani siblings were found or caught in Davao City. We will be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, Senator Risa Hontiveros. I just want to go back first to this SWS survey. And you placed number 8 with 36%. Something I noticed here, Senator, is that marami po doon sa mga nanguna sa'yo, kasi number 8 ka, mga pangalan na tumatak na, kumbaga matagal na po silang mga politiko, sabihin po, except Raffy Tulfo, of course, Escudero, Cayetano, Legarda, Zubiri, Binay, Villar, Estrada, and nandito rin po si Robin Padilla. Pero pagkatapos po ni Senator Risa, si Jinggoy Estrada, and then Robin Padilla. Well, first of all, how do you feel about this? Ranking 8, syempre, anything can still change. How difficult is this 22 elections for you as a senator?
Very difficult, Pinky. Tama ka, anything can change, nothing can or should be taken for granted by any candidate, by any party. But just today, looking at those survey results again, syempre masaya ako. I'm grateful sa mga respondents among our voters at lalo ko tuloy seseryosohin itong paghahanda para sa kampanya sa 2022. But indeed, brands or super brands ay matimbang, hindi lang sa market pero sa mga electoral processes natin. That has become a commonplace sa Philippine politics at saka electoral culture natin. So part of the terrain siya sa ngayon talaga.
Ito po kasi binalik ko lang po dun sa context na yung mga nanguna sa inyo ay mas kilala siguro, mas matagal na sa politika kaysa ang isang Risa Hontiveros is basically what I'm saying. So I guess are you happy with this that somehow bigla kang pasok, nandyan yung mga Villar, Binay, Zubiri, etc.?
Masaya talaga ako, Pinky, lalo na kumpara sa earlier survey ng SWS where I ranked 9th, na yun din ang natapos ko nung 2016 election. So kumbaga somehow that rank held until today. Tapos ngayon, itong pinaka-recent survey ng SWS, umangat ng isang rango sa number 8. So that is a good trajectory. Dapat magsipag ako lalo para i-maintain yan or kung kakayaning itaas pa. And syempre, umaasa ako ng ganun para sa mga kasama ko rin sa slate.
Opo, pero wala pa po dyan si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, who of course filed his candidacy for senator.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on you winning and President Rodrigo Duterte winning na magsama po kayo sa Senado?
Honestly, muntik na akong mahulog sa silya ko, Pinky, nung una akong tinanong sa posibilidad na iyon. But in any case, kahit pa manalo ng Senate seat si Presidente, well, wag nilang isipin na kaya nilang puwersahing baguhin ang historical na personality ng Senado bilang sobrang aware na separate at co-equal branch ang legislature, sobrang aware ang Senado na fiscalizer, check and balancer ito bilang institusyon sa ibang branches, lalo na kapag may overreaching na branch tulad ng executive o overreaching office sa loob ng branch na iyon tulad ng Office of the President. Hindi maisa-stamp kahit ng isang President ang kanilang authoritarianismo sa Senado. Nananalig ako na ang Senado ay magpapatuloy na maniningil ng accountability sa mga kasalukuyang o nakaraang krimen kahit ng isang sitting president at kaniyang administrasyon laban sa mamamayan. And by the way, Senate sessions begin at 3 p.m. So may mga personal habits dyan na kung sakasakali kailangang magbago. At saka kasi hindi kasyang isang kama at kulambo sa Senate floor.
But sessions start at 3. But you have a lot of hearings in the morning. Your committee hearings are held in the morning prior to the session.
Correct. At hindi naman gawi sa Senado na may mga na ang mga kunyari Senate media kapihan ay sa hating gabi. So talagang marami-rami yung mga hindi lang political at governance lalo na but personal habits na kailangan talagang magbago.
Are you saying, Senator Risa, hindi po tugma? Yun ho bang ang yung sinasabi sa yung bang oras ni Pangulo ang oras sa Senado?
Hindi lang oras ang hindi tugma, Pinky, pero palagay ko yung estilo ng paggogobyerno at politika ay medyo kontrapelo talaga ang sa Senado, lalo na sa nakaraang mga taon at ang kay Presidente.
All right. Again,
pero,
we need to take
the others, good luck sa kanila. I'll see him, we'll see him out in the field, pero lalo na good luck sa amin.
Okay, again, we need to take a very short break. The Pharmally controversy, we'll discuss that. We'll be right back. Our source today, Senator Risa Hontiveros. So the Dargani siblings, yun pong the Senate Sergeant at Arms and yung pong mga kasama niya, of course, went to Davao City, found them. They were about to board a plane, and that was, I guess, quite a successful attempt by the Senate. How did this happen? Did they get any support from government? Kasi I'm thinking very limited po yung resources ng Senate Sergeant at Arms.
Especially compared to yung mga law enforcement agencies natin, Pinky, tulad ng Philippine National Police na nagbanta si Presidente noon pagbabawalan daw nila ang PNP na tumulong sa OSAA o Office of the Senate Sergeant at Arms kung humingi sila ng tulong sa National Police. I fully expect na ang PNP ay manatiling professional sa ganyang mga sitwasyon, and if ever the OSAA had requested help from the PNP to intercept the Dargani siblings, I hope na nakapag-extend sila. And in any case, I really commend the Office of the Senate Sergeant at Arms sa pamumuno ni General Rene Samonte sa pagpigil sa Dargani siblings na tumakas. And I hope that now the Darganis will be more forthright. Sagutin na sana nila yung matagal nang tinatanong na mga tanong at ibigay ang mga hinihinging napaka-normal o ordinaryong mga dokumento na ibinigay na nila dati dapat sa BIR, especially on the cost of goods sold to government, para makwenta kung may tax obligations pa ba sila sa gobyerno at magkano ito. I really hope they will be forthcoming now, Pinky, kasi di na sila makakatakbo, di na sila makakatago, They can't hide from the truth anymore.
But can they be compelled to attend the Senate hearing set on November 26, even if they are within the custody of the Senate or within the Senate premises? Are they forced to attend?
They are compelled to attend, Pinky. Bilang inimbita sila dati hanggang sinabpi na. Hanggang ngayon, hinuli na in the act of fleeing the country on board a chartered plane, chartered from Singapore, picking them up in Davao City en route to Malaysia. So tulad ni Lincoln Ong na nasa custody din ng Senate at obligado at salamat naman sa kanya ay nagpapakita sa mga hearing at sumasagot kahit papaano sa ilang mga tanong namin, ang mga Dargani will also be in the hearings from the Senate premises.
What happens if they refuse to cooperate? What's next?
Well, then they could figure in the Senate committee report as cited for refusing to answer or not answering completely or truthfully. And as the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Sen Dick has said, of Pharmally executives could be subject of recommendation of the committee report na makasuhan kaugnay ng ating anti-graft and corruption laws and or kaugnay ng paglabag sa Internal Revenue Code.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is that even if they're there and they refuse to submit the documents that the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is asking of them, at the end or sa dulong po nito, recommendation lang naman ho talaga ang pwede gawin ng Senado, hindi ho ba after their committee report? It can just lead to that, is basically what I'm asking. Hanggang doon na lang po yun.
Hanggang dun at least yon. Kasi ngayon pa lang tulad sa ibang mga Senate Committee investigations, tulad halimbawa nung investigation ng aming Senate Committee on Women sa Pastilla scam, ongoing pa lang yung ganitong investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon sa COA audit report sa DOH, which led us to PSDBM, which led us to Pharmally, which led us also to Shuzhao Construction and Machinery Group. And then hindi lang DOH, but this investigation has also led us to the DOTR, Philippine National Railways, and then from Pharmally to Mr. Yang and possibly still to the President. Umaandar pa lang yung mga pagdinig namin. Useful na sa ating mga investigative and law enforcement agencies. Several of our resource persons have said, I can't answer that question kasi iniimbestiga na kami ng BIR. Umaasa ako, Pinky, na sumagot man, which I hope, or hindi, lalo ang Dargani siblings, yung committee report including findings on and recommendations about them and about the whole of Pharmally ay magiging kapaki-pakinabang sa ating mga case-building agencies of government. Tulad din sa Pastilla scam na nagamit din ng NBI, ng DOJ mismo, ng BI mismo at pati ng Office of the Ombudsman.
Senator Risa Hontiveros, thank you so much for your time and take care of yourself. And of course, good luck.
Thank you. I need it. Stay healthy.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.